lovely people, my name is Emma and today we're doing the in or out book tag. So this is a book tag that was made originally by Rick McDonald quite a few years ago now, and I'll link it in the description down below. I actually saw it on Leanne Rose's channel and was just so, like, I enjoyed her video so much that I wanted to do it myself. Mine's definitely going to be a bit longer than hers. Yeah, so I just wanted to jump in and give it a go, and it's basically bookish tropes of various forms, and are they in or are they out? It's sort of the more polite smash or pass, shall we say. So the first one is reading the last page first. Immediately out. I don't do that. I don't understand how people do. You spoil stuff without even knowing what you're spoiling. Nah, not for me. Enemies, or the next one is enemies to lovers, and for me this is an in, but it really depends how they do it. I don't actually think enemies to lovers most of the time is genuinely enemies to lovers. I think it's mild annoyance slash we got off on the wrong foot to lovers, and I'm here for that energy. I like mild annoyance to lovers. That's my jam. When we have a strict actual enemies to lovers, like you murdered my wife and now I'm going to marry you, I struggle with that one, because I do think that many of the things that are in genuine enemies to lovers would be really hard to get past, and books rarely have the space to actually give the length of time to be able to get past them, so depends on why. 3 is dream sequences. Mainly out, because I don't think they work very well in books, because I don't think it's very obvious when you're in a dream sequence, and you could probably just put that in the story in itself. However, weird, trippy, fever dream ones because you're being affected by some kind of outside presence, yeah, I'm here for that. Like horror dream sequences, yeah, sure. Random generic contemporary dream sequence, hell nah. 4 is love triangles. Ugh, I think out. I think they're overplayed. Like, this is hard because I'm sure there are some really fantastic ones out there, and a genuine love triangle where all 3 people kind of want to get with all 3 people. Maybe I'm just here for a sexy throuple. Maybe that's what we're in for. But most love triangles are a little bit played out, and it's just one woman trying to pick between 2 essentially identical men, one with brown hair and one with blonde hair, and we don't like that energy. Cracked spines, in. I am a demon with my books. I hold very little respect for my books, and they're always cracked or trashed, or like I've read them in the bath and the steam is like curl the pages. 100% in. Do what you want to your books, you own them. Back to my small town. I'm gonna say in. I love me a small town romance. I don't like it in literary fiction where we're gonna like go back and discover something awful that happened beforehand, or like do a character study or whatever. But if it's just like a head home and then you get to like hook back up with the guy who you had like an almost thing with in high school, yeah, I'm here for that. I love me a small town romance. Monsters are regular people, in. Love monsters. Don't even know what this is in full reference to as a trope. In. I think if we mean supernatural monsters, if we mean monsters as in terrible people, then no, but just monsters, yes, always in. Love me a monster. No paragraph breaks, fully out. Why would I want to try and read a wall of text? Don't do that to you. Like, that's just mean to do to your readers. Also with that, don't enjoy weird shit with punctuation, weird shit with capital letters, weird shit with the literary form in general. Like, it's to make it more accessible for your reader. We've had the full stop for a while, man. It's a good thing. And we've had speech marks for a while, man. They're good things. Don't ruin a good thing, yeah? Don't make me work to read your book, basically. Multi-generational sagas. I think out. I've read a couple that I've liked, but they're generally very long and they don't seem to ever really go anywhere, and then they just kind of abruptly end, and I'm like, well, that happened. And I think that's sort of my vibe with a lot of literary fiction in general, is a lot of the times they just sort of end and then you're like, okay, well, nothing really occurred, did it? So for me, that one is probably primarily an out. Rereading, hardcore in. Bloody love me a reread, especially these past couple of years where I've been studying a lot and I've not had the headspace, but I've wanted to read. I've reread some of my old favourites. It's like coming back to an old friend who you've not seen for a while, or like getting into a warm bath, or eating your favourite meal. There's just something so cozy and lovely and comforting about reading a book that you know you're going to enjoy and is such a slam dunk. I bloody love a reread. Artificial intelligence, full in. Love it as a sci-fi trope. So much fun. Give me robots trying to work out if they're human or not. Give me conversations about what it means to be a person. If I haven't already, I need to do a book about all the various artificial intelligence books I've read. I will have a search, and if I have one, I'll link it down below, because it's been so long I've no idea what I've got content for anymore. But if not, that will 100% be coming soon, because I've read so many good books about it and I just think it's such a cool concept. Drop caps, which is the big letter in the front of your chapter. Ambivalent, don't care, barely notice them. In and out, whatever you want to do. Happy endings, fully in, clearly. We love happily ever after. I love reading romance. They're generally happily ever afters. If they're not, it's not really a romance. Sometimes you just want to feel good. Sometimes you look at the news and the world is on fire and everything sucks and you can't afford to pay your rent, and yes, happily ever afters. My camera's flashing. Can we get this done? Plot points that only converge at the end. In. Very cool when done well. Out if you can't actually control your writing. Detailed magic systems. In. Bloody love them. Tell me the weird shit. How does this work? Though I read a series where there was like different types of like materials, and they were a paper magician and they used origami. So freaking cool. Always in for it. Classic fantasy races. In if done well. Out if you're just relying on old tropes. But I do love me some orcs and elves, so I'm always here for it. Unreliable narrators. Generally in. I think they're good fun. I think they can be used to very good effect, especially in things like horror. I'm here for it. Evil protagonists. In. Morally grey characters are great fun. Fuck it. Make them all evil. Very entertaining. The Chosen One. Out. We're over it. Harry Potter. Get out of here. Not bothered. When the protagonist dies. In if it's done well and not for shock value, but I love me a good death scene. Really long chapters. In. I'm not bothered by chapters and their length. That's fine. I'll just stop mid-page. I don't care. French flaps. Out. Unnecessary, lots of extra stuff, just give me a normal paperback. Deckled edges, out, we don't have them in the UK. That's really weird, the paper feels weird. Signed copies by the author, out, don't care. Not interested in an author, interested in your book. Don't think that signed copies are worth the money. Dog earring pages, in, 100%. I lose bookmarks, I can't be bothered with them. I dog ear everything, always have done, always will. And 26, chapter titles instead of numbers, out. I don't read them anyway, so what's the point? Oh my god, I really hope I caught all that on camera. I'm sorry for how fast that was. The camera's gonna die. Have a wonderful reading week. I tag everyone. Chat to you soon. Bye.